Hello there, Maud.
Oh, now, you can help me. You can help that pal of yours and all, if you don't mind, too.
I'm sorry, Maud, I'm not with you.
I bet he gave you a key, didn't he? To let yourself in so you can get on with that job you're doing.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Well, be a good lad and use it to let me in.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Now, he's been out in the road playing dodgems in his wheelchair. Let me in and you'll be doing him a favour, I promised you.
Yeah, Jim, you got a visitor.
Oh, what the hell are you doing here?
I were watching out there when you were trying to get Mike Baldwin to run you over.
Oh, you stupid old bat! Just get out of my house, will you?
In a minute. Just answer me one question
Oh, no,
first.
I don't have to answer any of your questions, Maud. As a matter of fact, you have absolutely nothing to do with my life. Do you understand me?
Did you really want him to kill you?
I said get out.
Because, you see, I don't think that you did.
Well, that shows you just how much you know, doesn't it?
I think you wanted a bit of attention. I think you wanted folk to pity you.
Shall I tell you something, Maud? It's always baffled me how you survived to be so ancient. I mean, why has nobody tried to throttle you before today, eh?
Did you really want
Yes!
You wanted to die?
Yes!
Oh, well, I'll help you arrange it better next time. I like a good funeral.
Oh, and what makes you think you would be invited, eh?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll be there anyway.
Yes, you probably would, wouldn't you?
No, not would. Will, when you do it. Because you are going to, aren't you?
Look, I have answered your questions, Maud. Please, will you leave my house and give my head peace?
Yep, plan your journeys around the network of canals that radiate outwards from the city centre.
Yeah, it's dead easy, you can't get lost.
Now, you sure I'm not stopping you doing, well, whatever you would be doing if I wasn't here?
One of my resolutions, Roy, when I left England, was that nobody would ever stop me from doing anything ever again.
Right, yes.
Anyway, I'm sort of on my holidays myself, aren't I? Recuperating. No. It's nice to have some company.
Oh, yes, it is. I mean, for me as well.
Right, well, let's get going.
Right. Oh, after you.
No, you go first.
I've got the map.
Somebody told me that you used to be a soldier.
Yes. God help me.
A sergeant, am I right?
Get out!
Well, you'll have heard a lot of talk about courage, about what it is to be brave, did you? And you'll think it's all about being young and strong. Well, now you're finding different. You're finding it's about when you can't be strong. That's when you need to have courage.
I'll tell you what I need more than what I don't need. I do not need one of your lectures on this subject or on any other subject for that matter.
Well, no. No. An old crippled woman sitting behind a counter.
Do you know something? I couldn't have put it better myself.
But what I always remember...
Just shut up and get out, please!
What I remind myself of every day is them young lads I grew up alongside of. They got turned into soldiers. They went off to fight for king and country and never come back, half of them. Cut down when they were no more than 18 and 19-year-old. And I feel how privileged I've been. Privileged to have lived on after them. Opened my eyes and still be alive when they're part of the earth in some foreign cemetery somewhere.
Well, you've said your bit now, Maud, so please. Leave my home and leave me in peace.
So, which regiment were you in?
It's got nothing to do with you.
The Royal Ulsters?
Royal Engineers.
Still remember your number?
675 698 97, Sergeant James MacDonald.
I won't trouble you anymore. But remember, if you do decide to kill yourself, just let me know, and we'll do a proper job of it next time.
I still think you'll be letting down an awful lot of people.
Oh, who's going to vote for me anyway?
Well, nobody, if they knew the truth. You are going to tell them the truth.
Everything I put in my manifesto will be the truth, yeah.
The truth that you don't intend to take your seat on the council.
Well, no, they'll find that out afterwards.
And find out they've wasted their vote. You think that's fair?
It's not a matter of whether I think it's fair or not. It'll say something about the state of this country. Where every election's a fraud and every vote's a wasted vote. So no, I don't think I'm letting anyone down. What I'm doing is help educate them.
Most people, if they have to find 500 quid to pay the rent, then they'd have mates help them out, wouldn't they? You know, colleagues who would help them, or employers who would pay them in advance from their wages.
Look, I'd help you, Luffy, but I'm going to need every penny I've got in case I'm sued. Have to spend millions for speaking the truth. Doesn't say much for the world we live in, does it, huh?
What's this story, you mean?
Oh, yes, the schoolgirl's dream candidate.
Well, I thought all he wanted was an apology.
He does now, but who knows what his spin doctor Emily Bishop might be whispering in his ear.
Why can't you just give me an advance on next month's wages?
Oh, Maxine, no. Look, I've done it before and you got yourself in a right mess. Then you begged and you pleaded with me never to do it again. So, sorry.
So you'd rather see me sleeping on the streets then?
Maxine, you are not on any street. You're at your mother's.
Do you know the way he reacted to just a few lines in a silly local newspaper? Must have a guilty conscience, don't you think?
I think, Audrey, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut. There you go.
The World Cup is on whether you like it or not.
What have you done? It's like the black hole of Calcutta down that cellar.
And it's his responsibility, that. Can't you clean that cellar up? Have you seen the mess it's made of his T-shirts?
Well, he shouldn't have come dressed as an ice cream salesman, should he?
Oh, you mean he should wear old clothes like you do?
No, I mean, he should wear working clothes just like everybody else.
Well, that's the only thing about you that works, your clothes. Right, come through, love. I'll try and find something for you to change into.
Cheers.
Fred, hello, love.
Oh, dear, my dear, what would you like?
Gin and tonic, please. Look, can I give you that? It's the bill from the photographer.
Well, he charged you for photographing you. He should think himself privileged. I'll let you look after that. Gin and tonic, and I'll have another one of these.
All right.
Excuse me, Mrs. Roberts.
Oh, no, dear. I better be careful what I say, hadn't I?
Have you spoken to the newspaper? Got them to issue a retraction?
Yes, I have spoken to them, and what they'll say, well, you just have to wait and see.
You'll not get far in politics, young man, if you can't stand the cut and thrust. I say it's not for namby-pambies, isn't electioneering.
It's not cut and thrust. It's downright lies and character assassination is what it is. I look forward to reading your apology.
There you go.
It's a good name for him, Spider, isn't it? I keep wanting to step on him.
Oh, Fred, I wouldn't hurt him a shoe.
Hey, this is a bit steep, Audrey. This photographer, how long did it take?
Oh, Alec, come on. You want me to look attractive and energetic and intelligent, don't you?
Oh, and he managed all that? Oh, well, that is worth it then.
It's all I could manage, but, well, I'll put yours in wash. It'll be dry in an hour.
Well, if you're sure Jack won't mind.
Oh, what's there to mind? Come on, get it off.
Oi, what's going on here?
You know what's going on?
That's mine.
Oh, don't fret. You'll get it back. I tell you what, it's never looked like that on you. I didn't know it had muscles in it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very funny. Very funny.
I think he did mind.
Oh, ignore him. He's jealous. You see, you're what he used to look like 30 years ago. But he had a beer belly then.
Don't tell me. Jack's not happy.
Well, who says he's supposed to be? This is England. We don't have any of that rags to happiness stuff over here. No. Actually, I've got a little proposition I want to put to you.
What sort of proposition?
How would you like to make good money? You know, doing nothing. Well, next to nothing. Just eat, drink, and smile a lot.
What is this?
Well, whatever it is, it's strictly between you and me. All right?
Okay.
Only, I can't help but notice you have a certain way with the ladies. Now, I happen to run an escort agency. Golden Year, as it's called.
Perhaps we could go there tomorrow, if you're not too busy.
No, well, I'm not too busy. That'd be nice. And, you know, we can always cook at home tonight and we don't have to go out.
No, I'd like to take you out.
Right then.
Seems a very civilised sort of place, Amsterdam. I thought there'd be more dropouts and weirdos, you know. Sort of people who come here because it's a place where anything goes.
People who don't fit into normal society.
Yes, the freaky, sort of way out sort of people.
Well, they do exist. I mean, there I was walking along beside you all the time. Anyway, do you fancy Indonesian tonight? Because if you do, I know a nice place that's not too far.
You don't mind if we join you, do you?
No, of course not.
Only I gather you don't intend to take your seat if you win.
All right, that's it. The heavy's moving in. Get me to change my mind. Well, I'm sorry, you're wasting your time.
I've got plenty of that.
So have I.
Oh, look, can you see me as a councillor? I mean, be honest, I'm just not.
So what are you then?
Well, as far as politics are concerned, I'm a campaigner, aren't I? I'm an outsider, not a party member.
So you're happy never to have any power, never to actually achieve anything?
Spending all your life on the sidelines.
Oh, you two are very good. You should do a double act.
We do.
This is it.
Only it's not an act when we say we think you'd make a very good councillor. You'd wake people up, get them thinking. You might actually achieve something.
Mr. Elliot?
Here she is, a middle-aged man's fantasy. Young, beautiful, and bringing a large cheque, or cash even better.
Oh, well...
For which you will receive one rent book and key.
Great. Only I haven't got the money.
Have you not? I thought we had an agreement.
Yeah, I know, and we have. We will have. Only I haven't quite got the money yet.
I'm sorry, Blossom. If you haven't quite got the money, then you haven't quite got the rent book and key either.
No, but I will have tomorrow. I'm going to get it from my mum and dad. Please, just give me till tomorrow.
You're winding me round your little finger, aren't you?
I'm trying to.
Go on, then.
This thing you were telling me about, Golden Years...
Yes?
It's not some sort of send-up, is it?
Of course it isn't. It's totally genuine and above board. It's registered with all the relevant professional bodies. Only, like I say, I don't like it talked about too much in here.
And the idea being that I just go out for a meal with them or to a show?
Yes, and then you see it's money in your back pocket. Good-looking lad like you, you'll have them queuing up. And like I say, what happens after the show, the meal? Well, I won't be asking any questions, will I?
Also, look at it this way, what it would do for you.
You'd learn so much about government, finance, the way things work.
Yeah, OK.
Look, you're a young man. This experience could take you anywhere.
Like straight to sleep.
All right, then let's put it this way. If you don't intend to take that seat, then I personally will do whatever's necessary, knock on every door in this ward if I have to let them all know what a fraud you are.
Oh, hiya.
Hey. You look gorgeous.
I don't feel it.
What?
I can't raise the money for the flat. Even my mum and dad let me down. I mean, banks and building societies, yeah, fair enough, but you think your mum and dad just have a little bit more faith in you.
Look, I'll see you at lunchtime. Come across for a drink, yeah?
Oh, no, I can't, because Fred Elliot might be in there.
OK, I'll come over to you.
All right.
Are you sure I can't get you anything?
No, thank you. I had breakfast at the hotel. Well, continental. A roll and some jam. But it was quite filling.
Not what you'd serve at the calf.
They'd have a fit.
How is life in Weatherfield?
Oh, much the same. Except you're not there. Perhaps I could just have a coffee.
Oh, yeah, of course you can, yeah. Do you see much of Alma?
Oh, she's always popping in. Cup of tea, chat with Gail.
When I think about how I used to follow her around, I think I was just looking for a role model, really. Someone who'd teach me how to be a real woman.
Yes.
Which I am now. What's more, I feel as though I am. I feel as though I've been on a long journey and I'm arriving at last.
And has it been worth it?
Well, I'm hoping so. I just know I couldn't have carried on as I was. And now I just want to find out what normal life's about. You know, have a job, go out with friends. Maybe even fall in love. And people do, don't they?
Yes, yes.
We thought you might like to hear Geoffrey's election manifesto, now that he's decided he will take his seat on the council if elected.
Certainly would.
Right, well, it's just a first draft, and I thought best thing, keep it short and sweet and stick to one main issue.
Oh, I'll go along with that.
OK. People of Weatherfield, elect me and we will reclaim the streets, not by a lot of useless talk, but by direct action. I propose that posses of citizens armed with clubs stop cars and smash them into small pieces. Oh, after asking the drivers to step out first. I should have put that bit in. Then, with these pieces, we will build barricades, which will block off the...
Sorry, can I interrupt? Don't you think it's a bit strong?
Smashing up cars, building barricades.
I mean, what you're proposing is armed revolution.
If elected, I will bring a sense of humour back into local politics. Something I think that's sadly lacking in Weatherfield.
Right, OK.
Which we've just proved.
Yeah, you have a bit. Now, don't worry, I'm just going to talk about the environment and air quality. That'll be all right, will it?
Oh, that's fine by me.
Then, of course, once I'm elected, we can build the barricades.
Only after it's been debated by about 7 committees.
But actually, Geoffrey, there is another problem.
What?
Well, if we are ever to get you elected, it's not just your manifesto that has to be right. It's also your appearance.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Morning, Maud.
All right, mate. What is it, another bottle of whiskey?
Well, now, you'd like that, wouldn't you, see? Watch me reckon myself and watch your profits going up at the same time.
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it? To serve people with the poison of their choice.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint you there, because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to say thank you for showing concern and giving me a wee talk the other day. I'm grateful. I'm sorry I didn't look like that at the time.
Well, I never expected you to be grateful, nor even polite. Folk don't change just because they're in wheelchairs.
Thank you very much, Maud.
Life's never going to be easy. I'm the last one to tell you that. But feeling sorry for yourself's no answer. Drives folk away faster than if you had the plague.
Is this the start of another lecture?
No, that's it. And I'll never talk to you again unless I'm invited. Oh, but just remind me, will you, of one thing. What was that number of yours again?
675-69897, Sergeant James MacDonald. I'll be seeing you, Maud.
I hope so.
Cheerio now, eh?
You look a damn sight better in that than you did in that old thing of our Jack's.
Maybe you should try getting Jack into one of these.
I don't think it works that way, love. They say clothes maketh a man, but there is a limit.
Can I have a quiet word?
Oh, yeah. What about?
Well, that business we were discussing. Escort agency.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll be with you in a tick.
Right.
I was expecting to see a colleague of yours here, Maxine.
Oh, I think she's still in the salon.
She was going to bring me some money. Still, I suppose that's the way you beautiful ladies work, isn't it? Keeping us men dangling at the end of a line.
Only because you love every minute of it, Fred.
Oh, I do. Though less so when there's money involved.
Oh.
So, you still haven't got the...
Money, no. I don't know where I'm going to get it from either.
Well, can I make a suggestion?
What, are you going to lend it me?
Not quite. But if you go to Fred Elliott and tell him you can't take the flat...
Yeah, he'll just go bananas.
It doesn't matter. In fact, it's all the better. Because then I go to him and tell him I want to take him.
What? You mean we'll live together?
The point is, You tell him you can't take it so he feels badly let down. Then I make him an offer. Chances are I can get it for a low price.
Smashing. Great.
Oh, no. No, I've never liked places like this.
No, nothing wrong with this place. It's where I have my haircut.
That's very reassuring.
Right. Geoffrey would like a haircut, please. Well, more of a restyling.
Okay. Right, do you want to come and take a seat?
Why am I doing this?
If you want to get yourself elected, come on.
Right. Let's have a look.
Right. Now then, there's the lady's name and address and the time she wants picking up. Now, 2 things. We are a reputable agency operating to the highest of standards, so don't go there smelling of drink. Suck a mint.
Right.
Yes, and remember the little things. Open doors for her. Tell her she's got a nice frock on. Don't stare at the wig.
She'd be wearing a wig?
Some do, yes. But most important,
Yeah.
the end of the evening, don't let her out of your sight until she's handed over a cheque.
And that's for me?
No, for me. And I pay you the next day. You'll find it's a very satisfactory arrangement all round.
Oh, you know what I've just realised?
What?
I'm meant to be working every night this week. I promised Vera.
Oh, well, make some excuse. I mean, say you're poorly.
I'm not sure that's fair. After all, it were her that took me on.
Oh, she won't mind. No thing about Vera is she's been lied to all her life.
So, you going back tomorrow then?
Yes, that's when the ticket's for.
Oh, I'm so glad you came to see me.
Well, I always did intend. I mean, it was always part. Well, it was the main part, actually, if I'm honest.
Well, I hope you can be honest with me, Roy. For goodness knows I've been honest enough with you. Too honest for my own good, you might say.
And what about you? Will you be coming back to Weatherfield eventually?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll have to. If only to sell me Dad's house.
Ah, so you won't be staying?
Well, that depends on whether there's anything to stop for.
Yes.
Or anybody to stop for.
Oh. Best have a look what there's left to see then.